saying the basis of today's project, we needed to reassert our plans and our goals, and we needed to decide what exactly we were going to be doing. And I guess the original plan was that we were going to use this video as a education to anyone who hasn't been around me the past 5 months. That way we could get familiar very quickly with what's been going on, and we could skip some unnecessary conversation. I'll read a simple, well, I mean, a lot of things change. A lot of things when you talk about you're changing in your thinking, you're changing in your consciousness. Then a lot of people think like, well, what's going on? Are you having emotional problems or something? No, it's like, no, I'm waking up to my true self. I'm waking up to the things that have always held me back in my life, and basically doing the things I've been doing, going to the Eckankar, going to the Lake Harriet spiritual community, and going to some of these seminars and talks that I've been to, and met some people, and starting to read different types of books, and starting to be more familiar with the things that I'm really interested in my life, which would be very easily just I'm trying to grow in my consciousness. And then, I read a recent book, Power versus Force, that had mentioned, why should anyone want to grow their consciousness? And it has nothing to do with getting power, having these things. It's just, how will growing my consciousness change my life today? Well, it has to do with depending on your level of consciousness. That directly influences your form of reality. If I've always believed, I started out in the ritual magic, and I've always believed that you have the ability to create your own reality, and that with your intention, basically anything can be done. Unfortunately, it's not always as easy as just simply saying I want something and getting it. You need to have power of intention. I believe that the consciousness is that power of intention. And when you look at different levels of consciousness, ranging from 10 to 1,000, you see that these different people have different levels of ability when it comes to manifesting their reality. This is nothing new. These aren't my opinion. I agree with these ideas, but these are by no means my own discoveries. These are discoveries that it's almost like when you look at a piece of information, or you look at a book or something, you see that this is the information that you can identify with. It's almost like you're not even learning the information. You're simply remembering that, oh yeah, that's the way the universe functions. And then once you figure that out, you can start moving in that direction. Once you start reaching certain levels, once you have these aids, these spiritual aids and guides that really begin to awaken within your life, the things that you used to be up to, the drugs and the personal abuses, those will fade away into nothing. You will not be able to do these things anymore. You physically won't enjoy them. They will cause you problems, emotional problems, mental problems. They'll mess everything up. But I had that was kind of the way I was at. That was the place I was at, where I was advancing without really even knowing it, without being aware that with the environments that I was going to, these high-powered churches, these high-powered people, I was advancing in my consciousness simply by being around these people, because their level of consciousness is so high that simply being around them would raise your consciousness up. It's common that carrying pictures of people, carrying a picture of Buddha, carrying a picture of Jesus, these things can raise your level of consciousness. They can lift your vibration. And when your vibration is lifted, things begin to happen. You begin to wake up, you begin to figure out what's going on. Basically, I never understood what my video was going to be, or what my career in video was going to be, until, I pick up a book, the Enneagram, and a book like this is very real, and I don't recommend it for everybody, because some people simply, they wouldn't want to know the deep, dark truth behind their personality type. A lot of books like this, not like this one, but books of this nature dealing with the 9 points of there's the modern numerology is based on the Enneagram, but a lot of that is goody-goody, and nothing of the truth of your dark side, nothing of the truth of the parts of you that aren't as great as you'd like them to be. I'll read a quote here, or a study, but you could be telling me about some new system you're studying, let's say it's Zen. So while you're going into details of the philosophy, certain points in what you say remind me of a similar idea in another system that you know nothing about. My interest in Zen is going to be how it fits with, let's say, marathon running, the Enneagram, and golf. What you say about Zen lights up little bulbs for me in about 6 or 7 other interests of mine. So of course I agree with you, but I'm not committed to what you say. What I'm committed to are the points in your description of Zen that concur with my other interests, and I will fit what you say about Zen into a comprehensive system of my own. That way I can agree with you and at the same time hold my other options open. Basically, that's 100% truth. I'm going into it. We go into it, we say, basically, I look at everything, I find some strange connection. I look at New Age spiritual pursuits, I find a connection to video. I'm even looking at home inspection, finding a connection with Feng Shui. Now I'm trying to, it's hard to do, but once we find the connection between video, spirituality, and home inspection, I think we'll have something. I think we'll have something very unique, something very different, something that we can really get creative with, something that we can really make something out of with our forces. One of the main problems, I knew that I've done aura readings, and I knew that the 2 things that are holding me back from the indigo color of aura, which is basically the color of this age, if I change the way I view, basically human sexuality, and if I change the way that I view work, where if I'm open and accepting of myself and of all human beings, and if I'm open to the possibility or to the ability that is within myself, that I can do anything that I put my mind to, that I can accomplish the tasks that I dream. It's no longer enough to simply dream about what I want. I have to start doing things. That's the main thing, Some of the 7s, I'm a number 7 by my